When people start moving towards their goals, they begin full of energy, motivation, and determination to do whatever it takes in order to achieve that goal. But then, after 1 or 2 or maybe 3 weeks, motivation slowly wears out, and it becomes very, very hard to get up and keep pushing towards your goal every day. And a lot of people quit not because the goal was too ambitious or complicated, but simply because they lost motivation along the way. But is there a way to stay motivated? To keep this fire inside you while you're moving towards your goals, even if it might take 3 months or 6 months or maybe a year to get to that goal? And the answer is yes. And in this video, I will share with you 3 simple tools that will help you to stay motivated while you're moving towards your goals. By the way, if you're new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita, and I see life as a game, and on this channel we talk about how to play it. Now, without further ado, let's roll. But before we get tactical, I want to talk about this one mindset shift that you need to make about motivation. That motivation is not the thing that you just do once and then you forget about it. Motivation is like fire, but within you. And in order for this motivation to occur, first of all, you need the spark. And the spark usually happens when you see something that you truly desire. It can be an awesome car, dream home, or maybe the girl that you like. And when you see this, what you truly desire, this lights the fire inside you. You become like, wow, yes, I want it. And you become extremely motivated in order to get it. But then, when you're taking necessary actions along the way, you need to make sure that the fire will not extinguish. And there's a great Zig Ziglar's quote that really illustrates this. People often say that motivation does not last long. Well, neither does bathing. That's why I recommend it daily. The key for staying motivated is not to motivate yourself once, but so much that will carry you throughout your whole journey, but to keep motivating yourself a little by little throughout the whole journey. And now let's get tactical and talk specifically about how to do that. And the first tool is to track your progress. Look guys, when we start taking action, often it happens that we have to do the thing that we need to do for a very long period of time without seeing any results. For instance, a very good example is the gym, right? Some people want to get jacked, other people want to lose weight, but the thing is that they go to the gym, they work out there very, very hard. They work out once, 2 times, 3 times, and then they get back home and they look at the mirror, but they do not see any result. The next very good example is business. If you want to start a business, first of all, you need to do a target audience research. Then you need to find what problems they have. You need to come up with an offer. Then you need to create a product. Then you need to think about your marketing campaign, right? All of those things that you need to do before you actually make your first dollar. Working on a very long project, we can compare to building a building. Because when we are building a building, there are 2 stages. Either the building is ready or not. And sometimes we think about our goals this way, right? Either we've achieved this goal or not. And just like you are building a building, you need to stay motivated for this pretty long period of time in order to make this building so it will be ready. And what really helps in this case to stay motivated is to track your progress. Because when you do something for a very long period of time and you do not see any result, you become demotivated and you quit. And there are definitely areas in our lives where it's actually very hard to see the result. And for this, you need to trick your brain. You need to create a metric that you can use in order to track if you're actually getting closer to the goal or not. This approach actually helped me a lot when I decided to lose weight. So 1 year ago, I had issues with my breathing. It was very hard for me to breathe, and that's why I could not do any physical exercises. And because of this, because of lack of physical activity, and because I like to eat pizza, I gained weight. So I looked like this. I was slowly gaining weight, and I got to the point where I realized that, I got too much, because when I was a kid, I actually was very skinny. And then I did the surgery, and then 1 month after that, I decided, you know what? Enough is enough. I have to get on diet, and I have to start losing weight. And look, when you're losing weight, the biggest problem is not to actually start doing exercises or, to be on diet, but the biggest problem is to endure this process. Because when you're losing weight, right, you're always on the calorie deficit, you're always hungry. You always want to eat, and it actually becomes very hard to stay motivated, especially if you used to eat pizza every day. And what I did is that I started to track my weight every week. That every Sunday in the morning, I was standing on the scales and tracking how much weight I lost in the previous week. And I was actually taking pictures and saving in my Notion, so it will keep motivating me more and more. Because when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every single day, it's actually hard to see the result, right? It's actually very hard to see that you're slowly losing weight. But when you're tracking this on the scale, it's actually become for you pretty obvious that you're moving towards your goal. And what happened is that actually tracking progress helped me to stay motivated. And in 2 months, I achieved the desired result. I lost 10 kilograms. So if you need to do something for a very long period of time, what you need to do, you need to find the metric that you can track, break down your goal into smaller milestones, and start tracking your progress, how you're moving closer to your goal through those milestones, one by one. And each time when you see that you're actually achieving the milestone, this will help you to stay motivated because you will see that you're on the right path. And once you actually start tracking your progress, once you start moving forward, it's very important for you to start celebrating your wins. Because look, when it comes to positive motivation, our brains are extremely simple. We have an action and we have a reward. We want the reward. It can be a chocolate cake, fit body, learned skill, fame, $1 million in our bank account, doesn't matter. When we have this goal in our head, our brain starts calculating if it's possible to achieve this goal. And if it's possible to achieve this goal, our brain gives us energy, so we will go and achieve this goal. And when the reward is not so far away from us, it works perfectly. So for instance, you want to eat something sweet, what you do is just go, open your fridge, get a chocolate bar and eat it. Very simple. Action, reward. Or maybe you want to feel victory in your veins, right? You want to feel like you are a hero. So what you do, you go, open your favorite video game, you play, you try very, very hard, but only for 40 minutes. And you get the result, that you win. And you feel this dopamine, you feel like everything is perfect in your life, right? And the game might also reward you additionally. The game will give you some gold or maybe a loot box in order to reinforce this behavior. Again, very simple. Action, reward. But what happens that when we're working on long-term projects is that this reward part is delayed by a lot. And that's why we do the action, but we do not see any result. You went to the gym and worked out, no reward. You tried hard and made your first YouTube video, you get no views. You learned something today, and you still do not know enough. And this chain of action and reward breaks. And at this moment, brain is like, wait a minute. No. This ain't happening. I gave energy, you did something, but we're not getting any reward for this action. What's the point of keep doing it if you're not getting any reward, my friend? No. No more energy for this task, okay? Let's just stop. Look, it might sound oversimplified, but in reality, it really works like this. The person wants to look fit, the person goes to the gym, the person works out once, 2 times, 1 week, 2 weeks. The person really works out there very, very hard. The person doesn't see any result, and the person quits. And what you need to do in order to stay motivated is that you need to restore this chain. You need to restore this chain of action and rewards. You need to start rewarding yourself. So once you start achieving those milestones, maybe once per week, once per 2 weeks, once per month, you need to actually reward yourself for the action that you took. Look, it doesn't have to be something huge or very expensive. It has to be something that you really like and really what you want to experience as a reward for your actions. For instance, you can go shopping and buy the thing that you really wanted. Or maybe you want to treat yourself, then go to the restaurant and order this food that you really want to try. Go to some nice place on the holiday. Or maybe just visit a spa salon. Doesn't matter. You just have to do something that will really feel like a reward for you. And when you are in this process of rewarding yourself, you need to show your brain the connection between his previous action and today's reward. You can even say this in your head like, hey, look, brain, remember we were doing this thing? And now we're actually getting a reward for it. What we're doing works. We just need to keep doing it and it will be getting better and better. And by doing this way in your head, you will be tricking your brain. Your brain will realize, oh, okay, I'm actually getting the reward, but a little bit later. When you're doing something for a very long period of time, a very good tactic to stay motivated is to make this process easier. And one of the best ways to make this process easier is to find a community of like-minded people. Because with those people, you have common interests, common topics, common goals, common problems, common things that you can discuss. And if you enjoy their company, you'll be actually doing the thing that you need to do, but also hanging out with them. And this way actually helped me a lot when I was learning English. Because when you're learning a second language, first of all, you need to do a lot of things without seeing any results. So for instance, first of all, you need to learn words, but while you're learning those first 1,000 words, you still cannot really write, you cannot really speak, and you cannot really read. So all you do, you're just learning without getting any reward. The same thing with grammar, that grammar drills are pretty boring. And first of all, you need to learn, you have to go through them, but you cannot read, and you can also not write. So first of all, you have to endure this process. And in 2018, when I was learning English, I actually found a community of like-minded people on Discord and joined their server where they were helping people to learn English. And there I found people that I actually liked, and we started kind of hanging out together. We started learning grammar together, we started learning new words together. there were some native English speakers, and whenever I had some question about English, I was asking them this question. Then after some time, we actually started interacting in English. Then after some time, we started playing video games together, but while playing video games, we were talking in English. And back then, when I was learning English, I was learning English really for 8 hours every day. And I was spending in that community maybe 3 hours a day, which is a lot. And back then, this community was actually a pretty big part of my life. And in this community, I was learning English for 3 hours a day. However, it actually didn't really feel for me like learning, because at the same time, I had crazy fun time with my friends. And look, not all of those people in that community were nice. Some of them were toxic, some of them were trolls. But I didn't really need to be friends with everyone. All I needed is that I needed to find 3, 4, 5 people that I can become friends with, so we would be hanging out and learning English together. And what I want to recommend to you is that to go maybe offline or online and find this 3, 4, 5 people and create this little community that will help you to stay motivated and will help you to stay on your path. And if you start tracking your progress, celebrating your wins, and find a community of like-minded people, the process of moving towards your goal will become a way easier path. So you will stay on this path, achieve your goal, and will change your life for the better. And that's GG for today. If this video was useful to you, then hit the like and subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my future uploads about how to become a better player in the game of life. And if you want to watch the video about how to stay focused and avoid distractions while working, then I highly recommend for you to go and check out this video. And remember, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Успехов!